Hi there, you're watching Gardens and Graveyards. My name is Charisma, and today we're in Portland, Oregon at the Grand Army of the Republic Cemetery, and it is literally across the lane. Right back there is the Greenwood Hills Cemetery. And if I pan around nice and slow, this is like, I think the original entry, these pillars. But back there is the new entry, and just beyond that is Riverview Cemetery. So we're gonna go in here and see what this cemetery is all about, and we're gonna try to find the first woman burial in here, which I thought was kind of interesting that I would even find a woman burial in this cemetery. But from what I could tell, she is the spouse of one of the military members. So what I really love, and this might be the best opportunity to show this, is behind me. Actually, I'll get the camera turned around. Behind me, I've got these beautiful pillars that would have had, they're fence posts, and they would have been like chain at one point in time. Can you see those posts along there? There's one. And they go on down the edge of the cemetery. Really cool that they're still there. All right, we're gonna follow the shadow down the hill. See if we can find anything down here. There's a Mary J. Freeburg. Not the Mary J. I'm looking for. Looking for Mary J. Williams. Take a look at these beautiful posts while we're down here. Check these out. They look to be iron. They have these little hooks that, there you go. These little hooks would have had a chain here and a chain here, and they would have gone that way down to the next post. Very cool. There is a little picket fence. I think there's a ravine back there. May just be protecting people from going down the ravine. Maybe that's where the coyotes live. I think they erected a fence for themselves. All right, so we've got a lot of monuments in this section that are laid down, and that is because they've fallen over, they've lost their base. So everywhere that you kind of see all of these gray squares, we're so used to seeing ground markers now that it looks like that could have been what those are, but they're not. These would have been uprights just like that one right there. But they have fallen over, so I really appreciate that they were able to preserve them anyway. So it's getting a little newer over here. So I'm gonna head back up the hill and see if I can find Mary J. Williams. So this is, I mean, we obviously have people from a long time ago, Civil War, 1947, more Civil War. These are the families, I assume, of Civil War Army. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna get up here. Let's see what we can find this direction. Who's underneath the holly tree? Can I tell? I really cannot tell. Oh, because their information's actually back here. Young. And the hollies come up from the base in front of this marker. William Young. I love the detail on the corner of this marker. Can you see it? I don't know if the camera's picking that up. It's beautiful. All right. Let's see. Let's see who this is. Beautiful spire with an urn on it. Nope. This is, I don't know. The headstones are facing every which direction. It's interesting to try to find anyone to go in circles. This baby. So this is, I don't know. Okay. What's this? Look at those. Those are interesting. Huh. Like, shaped like that. Odd. That was probably the same, but it's so worn over time. The shape is lost. We have this giant monument erected by the Grand Army of the Republic and Allied Orders, 1901 to 1946. Let's see, what does it say? Colonel Edward Baker, Camp 6. I don't know what it says. 2009. So, and of course, the American flag with the solar light on there. The sign behind it for the cemetery, that is a Portland Metro sign, not the original entry or whatnot. Still looking for Mary Williams. Those are interesting. Oh, look at this. This has their information on it. Clarence Herman, son of William and Mary Rabe, I don't know. And then there's William and Mary. But then they have upright markers as well. Okay. (1896) and memory of my beloved mother, 1884. Oh my goodness. Oh, these all have the same last name. A lot of the same last names over here. Okay, let's see who this is. Ludwig. Well, maybe I won't find Mary Williams. Kind of thought she would be the top somewhere. This is, ooh, huh. Well, the only section that I didn't go explore was down that way, but I've run out of time. Oh, there's a variegated holly in here. Gorgeous. Fun. It's huge. Wait. James Monroe. Who's this? Did you look at this magnolia tree? What a glorious specimen. I bet it's so beautiful in bloom. And I was noticing this really interesting marker. You can see the part of the end is right here. It goes all the way down. There's the border. It goes all the way down there. And then they have this, says Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. In sacred memory of George Washington Edward Frame, only child, born in Oxfordshire, England in 1886, drowned in the Willamette River in 1909. Oh. And then you have Eliza Frame right there. Died just 20 years later. Possibly the mother. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and leave this bunch of these lilies right here, if I could get them in the ground. I'll go ahead and leave those lilies there for this young man and most likely his mother. And looks like, I would imagine that this strip was originally designed to plant flowers in, which is a really interesting design that I love. All right, heading back out now. We like this person's garden is butted up against the cemetery. There's little kids swing and some squash going there. Fun. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you have a blessed day, and we will see you in the next video.